Hello, algebra, last few sections. Okay, so we're going to start a topic called trigonometry. Trigonometry is this. So we're going to talk about a sine, a cosine, or a tangent. Sine, cosine, or tangent. So this would be written out as cosine, and this would be tangent. Sine is already spelled correctly. Okay? These are short for cosine and tangent. And sine, technically, sine would be this, and the shortened version would be that. Okay, so sine is when we have a right triangle, and we're looking for an angle, and we have the opposite and the hypotenuse, or the, or when we have an angle, we're looking for the side length of the opposite or the hypotenuse. So sine goes with opposite or hypotenuse. Remember, our hypotenuse is that angle, the side that's opposite of the 90-degree angle. Okay? Now, what about opposite here? Well, I am going to look at this being opposite of my angle that I know. Okay, so your opposite is in respect to the angle that you know, and your adjacent isn't. So if you can draw an arrow straight out of the angle, that's opposite. If you have to curve to get to the angle, or from the angle to the side, then that's your adjacent. So I'm going to erase those two lines, and maybe not. Okay, now cosine, I'm always looking at from the angle I know or don't know. Cosine, I know the adjacent side, the side that I had to curve to, over the hypotenuse. So these are divided, okay? And then for tangent, if I'm looking at the angle, do I know the opposite and the adjacent? Then I'm able to figure out what I'm missing from using tangent. What does that all mean? Well, when I have a triangle that looks like this, I need to look at what I know. And what do I know? Well, I know that my 27 is what of my x? It's my opposite, okay? All right, so I could be considering either sine or tangent because I know my opposite. All right, or don't know my opposite. I'm trying to find my opposite. How is 10 related to our 27? Well, 10 is adjacent to our 27. So this one I need my hypotenuse, so that one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. Cosine doesn't work at all because I don't have an opposite in there. So here I have opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to use tangent in this solving. So I've got tangent. My degree or my angle goes here. So 27 degrees. And that is going to be equal to, well, I don't know what my opposite is. That's my x over my 10. So this is written as a fraction. Okay? So now how do I solve this? Well, I have to solve for x. But my 10's over with my x. So what do I have to do to undo this 10? Well, I have to multiply both sides by 10. That'll cancel here. And this will go here. So now, what am I going to enter into my calculator? 10 times, I'm going to use the tangent button, and I'm going to hit 27 degrees, and that's going to give me my value of x. So grab your calculator, type in the number 10, hit times, hit the tangent button, type in 27, and you are good. And we want to round to the nearest tenth. So if I get a number there I'm going to get 5.1 is my x. Now, I just need to check one thing. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm good. So, next example. Let's look at, please turn. Why isn't it going? There we go. Number 3. Let's look at number 3. So here's my triangle. I know 39 degrees, I know 7, and I know x. How is my x related to my 39 degrees? Well, my x is adjacent. So I know that I'm either dealing with cosine or tangent because that's what I know. All right, now I have to figure out, so this is my A. That would be my opposite. And this would be my hypotenuse. So I know my A, my adjacent, and I know my hypotenuse. So which one am I going to use? Well, adjacent and hypotenuse. Oh, I'm going to use this. I don't know my opposite, so tangent is out. Sine was already out because I don't have an adjacent in there. So I'm going to use cosine. So cosine of 39 is equal to, what's on top? My adjacent. What is my adjacent? It's my x. And then, my x, and that's over 7. So how do I solve that? Multiply both sides by 7. I'll do that in a different color. Multiply both sides by 7. Type that into my calculator. And when I do that, I'm going to get 5.4 is equal to my x, because my 7's are going to cancel. Okay? And that's my answer, 5.4. All right, let's look at number 7. What do I know? Well, compared to 72 degrees, this is my opposite. This is my h. And that, because I have to bend my arrow, is my adjacent. Okay, so x is opposite. So I know that I'm dealing either with sine or tangent because I'm looking for my opposite. So this is out. All right, do I know my hypotenuse or my adjacent for my other piece? Well, I know my adjacent. So opposite divided by adjacent, sine is out. So I'm using tangent. Tangent of my angle is equal to, what's my opposite? X. So what's my opposite? X. What's my adjacent? 20. And I'm just going to do what I've been doing. I'm going to solve this. I would like you to finish that and come with that done, and we'll discuss it in class and then do the rest. All right, that's it. God bless.